This student
So you have to practice a lot of questions.
scored a perfect CLB 10.
I started following that course and then I found it very useful.
And more on his story later on in this video. You might be in the same journey, so stay tuned. I'll tell you how you can practice CELPIP speaking at home with 3 steps that you can repeat with every question you see. And you need to practice with mock tests like these. We're giving out mock tests for CELPIP for free. All you gotta do to enter our contest is comment down below, like the video. Lucky winners are chosen every week, and if you are chosen, use these mock tests for your preparation for free. Now, I'm gonna show you 2 questions here. I'm gonna give you the 3 steps using both the questions, and then I would like you to follow that and replicate that for every question you see. This helps you prepare and helps you with brainstorming. But here's the important aspect you need to understand. You should not focus on the timing at home. Let me repeat that. You should not focus on the timing because right now you want to make the perfect answer. We have done this before. We have covered that you should not rush into the timing. Instead, take maybe 2 hours on one question if you have that luxury and get the perfect answer, then slowly reduce your time to the actual speaking time. Now here we have question number 5 from CELPIP Speaking, and in this case they were mentioning that you have some extra time on your hands. You can either decide to go with social media activities or you could play some sports. Now your parents obviously thought that sports are better for you, while you want to argue with them that social media is better. Guys, if you have been following HZad Education, what is the number 1 rule for question number 5? Think about it. The number 1 rule is you have to compare everything. You have to compare all your points, talk about the benefits there, and also talk about the negatives off the other side. Once you do that, you become one of the 5% CELPIP candidates who answer this question to an advanced level and score highly. We're going to go ahead with step number 1, and that is to plan. Step 1 is planning, step 2 is practicing, step 3 is execution. So here you have the content written in front of you. This is one of those questions where you don't have to think, but you have to think how you would structure the content. Let's have a look. In social media, you can make new online friends. You can enjoy your time online, obviously. You might find new career opportunities online. You may become popular with your content. Okay, now I would think that career opportunities and becoming popular with your content are very closely related. I'm right now thinking and planning that this could be probably said in the same sentence. Now let me see what I can compare these points with. It's great for health. So I would have to say, your health point beats all my points for sure. Chance to meet new people. Well, I also have chance to enjoy my time online, have new friends online. So that is something I can actually compare with this one. New friends online and meeting new people, they're the same thing. So that's similarity. Okay, I'll figure out how to put this later. You might compete professionally in the future. So there's a professional career opportunity, which I also have here on my option. Now you get a break from routine, and that is something that I don't have here. Okay, so the 2 things where sports is actually better is health and break from routine. However, here, chance to meet new people and, here, online friends, that's the same thing. I'm going to say it exactly the same way that, hey, this is the same thing. We have the same advantage, not much difference there. And in this case, we're talking about career, and also here we're talking about career. But one thing is with sports, your career is limited and it's not guaranteed. So I could use that. I could say, well, we both have career opportunities. Not much difference there. However, in online career opportunities, you can build a career until 67. But here, you might last until 35, and it's not a guaranteed career if you get injured. So that's my counter. Now, I will say that it is better for health and it gives me a break from routine, which is important. And I think mentally and physically that is wonderful. So I have to admire their points where it's necessary and where I have no answer. But then I'll counter, and this is going to be my ending. This is how I'm going to finish. I can make new friends online. I can enjoy my time online because there's lots of tools online, and I might become popular with my content. So this is how I'm going to counter. Well, you have these good points, but I got these, and that's why at the end I'm going to say that's why I feel like this is going to be better. Let's move on to step number 2 and put this into practice. So we're going to start by talking to our parents. Hey, mom and dad, how are you? Rough answer. Don't worry about the time. I understand you guys are interested in sports for me, and I know that with social media there's some conflict. However, there's kind of the same advantage. We have the ability to make new friends in both areas. And in your sports thing, I understand that it's wonderful for health, and it also gives me a break from routine, which I can't compete with. Like in social media, we don't have that. Right now, just speak naturally, okay? However, when we talk about the mutual advantage of career opportunities, I think mine is much better in a way that it is longevity. There is longevity in social media, unlike getting injured in sports, and I might end my career at 35 with sports. Okay, perfect. Finally, I think, yes, for health and mental break from routine, I think you guys beat me easily. However, there's no denying that I might enjoy more online, and I also may become popular with my content and start to make some money from what I'm doing. Okay, so I kind of put all of this together, and if you need more time to do this, feel free to do this. If you want to take 1 hour just to practice this, that's okay. Step 2 can take forever, does not matter. Now, let's go to step 3, and step 3 is finally delivering on this answer and doing it right using what we practiced. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's start my timer here. Hey mom and dad, I hope you guys are doing well. Listen, I understand that you have chosen sports for me, which is a wonderful choice. Just like social media, it also enables me to find new friends, which is awesome. However, when we talk about the professional opportunities, while both options offer that, they offer career advancement. With sports, the age of 35 is the end, but online, I could keep working with my online tools until 67. Moreover, I understand that in areas of health and having a break from routine, I cannot beat you. Your option is better. However, with social media, I can become really popular online, and that will help me with making more money. Plus, I might really enjoy my time, which is crucial for my mental health and sanity. Therefore, I believe social media would be a much better option. Let me know what you guys think. Answer accomplished. We finished in 60 seconds. We covered all points on my side and bashed all the points on the other side effectively using good connectors, and all thanks to our 3-step procedure. Now, let's apply the same with this question. 3 steps. But first, let's read the question. Your partner and his or her friends are hanging out with you. You all want to go watch a comedy movie in the cinema, but your partner prefers a horror movie. Now, either you convince your partner to watch a comedy movie with you all, or convince your friends to agree to watch the horror movie with your partner. Key tip here is when you are at home, practice with the option that is hard, that is confusing, and that'll help you practice better. In the exam, do the opposite, do the easier option. Obviously, you want to score more in the exam. So I'm going to talk to my partner here to watch a comedy movie, because of course that's harder to convince your partner. And I'm going to tell her, let's do that with 2 reasons and an apology or alternative. So we know that this is the structure for CELPIP Speaking Part 6. 2 reasons and the third one is the apology or alternative. If you don't know this, you have not seen enough of my videos. This video is included as part of my CELPIP Speaking playlist with a lot of educational videos, sample answers, templates, and so much more. Check out the entire playlist to really benefit yourself in the exam. Now, what I'm going to do here in my first point is probably tell my partner that it's just going to make people uncomfortable when they watch horror movies. The vibes of that are gory and vulgar sometimes, and people will not appreciate it. The other point I could say is, if we watch horror, then it's just you who's going to enjoy. We have to make sure that everybody or the majority of the people in the group are enjoying. I'm going to add a little bit of realism in that as well. That's how we always are. That's when we're conflicted with our choices. We go with the majority opinion, and honey, you know that. So that's going to be my point 2. Third is going to be the alternative, which is, I understand you're upset that we're not choosing your horror movie right now. I know Smile 2 is awesome, and I want to watch it with you, but not today. Let's hang out with our friends and watch a comedy movie. Let's go next week, just you and I, and we'll watch a horror movie together. That's the alternative. So that's my planning. I'm going to do my practice, then I'm going to execute, and that is what I'm going to do with every single question out here. So guys, remember that 3-step rule. This is really going to help you in your CELPIP speaking preparation and going to boost your marks. Don't worry about the timing when you are doing these 3 steps. Get the answer to perfection and then work on the timing. And now, Without further ado, let's listen to this review from this student of our CELPIP self-paced course, which you can find in the description, and his CELPIP learning journey. Let's check it out.
Hi all. First of all, a huge thank goes to HZad Education for helping me to get a very good overall score for my CELPIP exam. I was getting prepared for my CELPIP exam, and then when I was going through different materials, I came across this 15 hours course presented by HZad Education. So it was just $50. So then I just thought of going for that course, and it had very good reviews. So then I started following that course, and then I found it very, very useful in terms of preparing for the CELPIP exam. So it has 100% value for money. So especially I would like to talk about the speaking module of it, because that's one of the most crucial and I would say a little hard module. So it's hard means it's a little bit difficult to score marks for the speaking module, because most of us thinks if you're fluent in English, so definitely you can score a very good mark in speaking, but it is not the case. Even I was also in the same mindset until I went through all the recorded classes conducted by the lecturer in HZad Education, because he was talking about very good techniques that you need to follow to score a good mark in speaking exam. Especially, I did not know until I watched HZad Education videos that, the vocabulary, the advanced vocabulary will give you a lot of marks. And then the complex sentences will give you a lot of marks. And you need to eliminate filler words. So I did not know those things until I watched the recordings done by the HZad Education. So those were some of the techniques which I did. So those are amazing. And again, when we come to writing, guys, we sometimes think, okay, it's just an email. Yes, it's just an email. But when you get into an exam question, a timed question, sometimes it's a bit challenging, right? So again, when you get into HZad Education video, they gives you some, they give you some techniques basically. So they will give you good templates. So especially in an exam, when you have a very strong start and end to your email, so that will definitely save lots of your time, right? So they will give you good techniques, and then especially again, the lecturer discusses the importance of the vocabulary, even in writing, the advanced vocabulary. Even in their course, they are giving you a 400 words of advanced vocabulary. Again, in writing section, he talks about the importance of writing complex sentences, because in CELPIP, complex sentences are very, very crucial in gaining high marks. So when it comes to listening and reading modules, the only technique which I can give you is, guys, practice. So you have to practice a lot of questions. A lot of free materials are available, right? So you need to practice a lot. So the only thing which I did, so I got myself prepared for nearly 1 month, but so sometimes we don't do a kind of a very structured preparation. But during my last 2 weeks, I did almost 15 to 20 questions, 20 questions from listening and 20 questions from reading. So last 2 weeks are very crucial. So I allocated a time for that, and I completely practice 20 questions from each module. So practice is the most important thing when it comes to listening and reading. So if you can get something from my techniques, just take it, guys, and use it for your own benefit. Thank you.